Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to part 6 of this Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster Platinum Trophy walkthrough. We are going to go rescue Hilda from a tournament inside of a Coliseum, and to get there we have to hop in our boat and we're going to go all the way toward the east until we hit the continent over there. We will go through the channel around the peninsula and then just head straight south. You'll go to the southern end of this mountain range and start walking toward the east. You'll encounter this desert area. Start walking toward the east on there, and eventually you'll encounter one of these enemies. There's the ant lions in the back. We already have the chimera added to our bestiary from a boss fight a while ago, but we're going to add the ant lion to our bestiary at this point. They're not very difficult. We'll just hit them with a couple of physical attacks, and they shouldn't take too long to get out of here. In fact, they're going to try to flee because they're so afraid of us and our awesome power by this point in the game. So we'll just hit them a few times and then they will be out. Okay, moving right along, we're going to keep going toward the southeast, and you'll keep walking around here, and you will also encounter the land ray. This is the second monster that you have to add to the bestiary. It's only these two that we need to worry about right now, the antlion and the land ray. So you should have both of those before you proceed on, and if you have them, then we will just keep on heading down toward the southeast. You'll find a little forest area down here with a very obvious looking Coliseum. So head on inside of that, and then you just proceed straight up and you'll get a cutscene. May you fight well this day. To the victor goes Hilda, Princess of Fynn. We're forced into a battle with the Behemoth. Now, normally the Behemoth in Final Fantasy games is a late game monster, but this is coming in kind of in the early to middle part of the game. So that should tell you that it's probably not going to be that much of a threat. It relies only on its physical attacks. You don't have to worry about magic at all. It hits kind of hard, maybe, I don't know. It's not too bad. I put on Protect on everyone. You should know that if you cast Protect on everyone at the same time, it actually lessens its effectiveness than if you just cast it on a single target. That's kind of a unique thing to Final Fantasy II, but any little bit helps to decrease the damage that we take from it. We're not going to deal a ton of damage either, so this is just kind of a slog of a fight. He doesn't have a ton of HP, so it doesn't take too long, but it just is a lot of back and forth with our turns, but eventually we get to take him down. If one of your characters does take too much damage, just use Furion or whatever character you set up as your white mage just to heal them, and you should be able to withstand this battle without much of an issue. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing so. It's free for you, you keep up to date with everything that's going on here, and I like seeing those numbers go up, so it's a win-win for everyone. Nobly fought. Now let us give you your just reward. This is your chance to slay the Emperor. Here is your reward, a reward befitting a rebel, Furion. Throw them in a cell. When you regain consciousness, go and interact with the green door below you. A sturdy iron gate blocks the doorway.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
What was that noise?
Lights out! This is for rescuing me from the mines. I pay my debts. Now get out of here before they catch you. I didn't even need a ketchup bottle to get out of that cell. Well, let's start heading toward the right. If you go all the way to the end of this hallway and then all the way up through the water, you'll find a treasure chest that is guarded by some monsters. It's guarded by 2 stalagmites, 2 dual deads, and 3 dual heads. And there's not much of a strategy for this fight. We just have to obliterate them in whatever means we want to. I'm just going to throw that into auto battle and just let it go through here. So it takes a while just because there's so many enemies, but they're not very difficult at all. So we can just blast our way through these ones, and when they're all dead, then we can move on. All of that for a measly antidote, but we needed to open that chest anyway for the trophy. Well, let's head back the way we came toward the cell, then we're going to go up a little bit and then through the first hallway on the right. Work your way over and up into the room on the right. There are 3 treasure chests in this room with an elixir, a cottage, and an ether. A little bit better than just the antidote. That's all of the treasure chests we need. We only needed 4 in this whole area, so that's very good. Now let's head back and up, and we're going to work our way around the wall and into the room in the upper right hand corner. From here, we're just going to go up the nearby staircase and then proceed up and to the right. We're going to work our way around the outside part of this room. Just keep working your way around. There are some new monsters that show up around this area. Here we have the Death Flower. These guys are particularly dangerous because if they hit you, there's a very good chance that they're going to confuse you. And confusion means that you're going to be attacking yourself and attacking your other party members, which can do a lot of damage, especially if you have a pretty high weapon skill. So just be prepared for that. You want to take out those Death Flowers first before anything else to hopefully mitigate some of that problem. If you have any party members go down, just pick them up. You can always heal them and then continue on along the way. We're going to go up this passageway here, and that will work our way around into the spot with 3 jail cells. Hilda is waiting for us in the 3rd jail cell. However, I'm going to walk around just a little bit to look for some new monster encounters. There are quite a few things that you can find right around here. The first of those being the Parasite. These guys are also pretty annoying because they will attack you. They don't do a ton of damage, but whenever they hit you, they actually deal 2 things of damage to you if you look closely. One damages your HP, and the other damages your MP total. So it's actually stealing your MP and absorbing it for itself. And that's not particularly nice for us, especially if we want to have MP for curing ourselves or for casting magic. So just be aware that those guys will actually steal your MP when you fight them. Okay, next up we have some Spectres. These guys are pretty similar to other enemies that we fought before. They probably look familiar to you. They're pretty easy. They do steal your health when they attack, which only prolongs their life slightly because we can basically one-hit kill them. It's not a big deal. We can blow through those guys very simply, and we can move along to look for the next monster on our list. We're almost done with everything. Let's just walk around a little bit more, and eventually we get into a battle with a whole bunch of new enemies. We have sorcerers in front, and then wizards in the green. Sergeants are the blue knights, and the captains in the back are the green knights. And we want to start with the sorcerers first and then work our way toward the wizards and eventually back to the sergeants and captains. The reason we do that is because the magic users, being the sorcerers and the wizards, have some very strong magics that we don't want to have them hit us with, so we want to eliminate them as quickly as possible. They know things like stop, they can use drain, they can use osmos, they can even use flare against us to do a lot of damage to us. Just really nasty combinations of things, so we want to get rid of them as quickly as possible. The big benefit for fighting these guys is that when we defeat them, there's a very good chance that they will drop their black magic tomes for us, and that's a good way of getting some very early, very powerful magics for us. In fact, we won't get that flare tome until much later on if we don't get it here. So it might be worth farming this if you really want to get that early for your black mage. However, it's something that is an incredibly rare chance. It took me a long time just to even find the guys, so I wouldn't really recommend it unless you're strongly using black magic through this game. Well, I didn't get the Flare Tome, unfortunately, but I did get the Aura Tome and the Warp Tome, along with some other goodies, so all in all, not a bad haul for that. Let's take a quick look at the Bestiary just to make sure that we have everything from this area, and then we can proceed on with the story. So the first thing that we want to look for is going down to number 29, that is the Spectre. If you scroll down to 38, that's the Death Flower. We have 59, the Parasite. (104) is Sergeant, 105 is Captain, 108 is Sorcerer, and 109 is the Wizard. Well, if you have all of those, then you're good to go. Let's go into the equipment menu, and we're going to take off all the equipment from Gordon because we're not going to need him going forward, and then just make sure that everyone is nicely healed up. We'll do a quick save just to save our progress with all that Bestiary stuff, and then go rescue Hilda from the cell all the way on the right. Princess Hilda, hold on, we'll get you out of there. Hilda, are you all right? Gordon, I never thought to see you here. Gordon, take the princess and go. We'll draw the guard's attention while you escape. Thank you, Furion. Be careful. Okay, let's follow them out. So we'll head down and we will go back the way we came. We're going to go down and through this narrow hallway, and we're going to go out into the main hallway to the south and then all the way toward the left. As we walk around, then we can just head up and up the stairs. From here, just keep going all the way up, and then you'll head to the right. You'll see where the Emperor was sitting at the beginning of the section. Now just head straight south and you will exit the Coliseum. So it's a very easy and quick escape, much quicker than when we got in there. So from here, now we're going to go all the way back toward Altair. So head back west a little bit toward the north as well, past the desert, and eventually you will find your way toward that greenish blue dot on your map. That is your ship. So walk over there, hop aboard, and now we're going to go a little bit toward the north and then way toward the west, and we're going to get ourselves back to Altair. After making landfall, just head inside. There's a new guy waiting for us right at the entrance, so go talk to him. The rebel army has arisen. Our first move will be to retake Castle Fynn. Prince Gordon and Princess Hilda have pitched camp near Fynn. You should head there immediately to lend your strength to the cause. Well, we'll get right on that. After we stop by the inn, we're just going to rest up really quick and make sure that all of our HP and MP is full before we go toward the next section of the story. Also, make sure that you stop by the item shop if you need to, pick up anything that you might need healing-wise, and then we can head on out. We're going to go over toward Fynn, which is just a little bit toward the northwest of where we start. So head on north past the bridge. When you reach Gatria, head a little bit further west over the bridge, and you can see the camp just below there. Walk inside. There's not a lot that you have to do here. In fact, all you have to do is walk into here so that we count it toward the Adventurous Wayfarer trophy. And there are no chests or anything that we need to do, so just pop in here and you can leave. You don't even have to talk to anyone here. But our true objective is the Castle Fynn, so head on up and straight into the castle. When you're inside Castle Fynn, just head straight up and you'll see a familiar face. You don't want to be hacking your way deep into enemy territory without me. Layla joined the party. Instead of doing the obvious thing like go up those stairs right in front of us, we're going to go toward the east first and work our way north until we get 2 treasure chests that total 1,000 gil. Now we're going to go back toward the stairs, but once again we're not going up them. Instead we're going a little bit toward the west, and at the first intersection go north, work your way through the hallway. There's another chest in the top left corner that contains another 1,000 gil for us. From here, we're going to go back down kind of toward that same area, but instead of going toward the right when we get to the bottom, head toward the left, and we're going to go down. There's a staircase at the bottom here. That's what we want to take. Then we're going to go up the nearby staircase. From here, go up and then all the way toward the right. You're going to eventually get to another hallway going north, so start heading that way and up and into the door. There are 3 treasure chests in here, so go ahead and open those up for a break tome, a toad tome, as well as a death tome. So head on out, and now we're going to go back the way we came through the hallway, and now we're going all the way toward the left or the west side of the building, and then we can head down the stairs. We're just going to go by the nearby staircase again, and now go all the way back toward those central stairs that we've walked past a couple times now. And we're going to go up those stairs finally. Now on the second floor of the castle, the game wants you just to go straight up and up the stairs. However, we're going to start by going a little bit toward the left. There's a treasure chest here, which has a monster encounter. There are 3 sorcerers in the back and 4 sergeants up front. So we will once again attack those sorcerers first. We'll try to do as much damage as we can to them to eliminate them very quickly, because we don't want to be hit by their rather large repertoire of spells. Unfortunately, these guys do not drop that coveted flare tome for us. We do get some other things. You can get the haste tome from them. That's one of the better things that you can get, as well as some various pieces of armor. After defeating these sorcerers, start working on those sergeants. You can either auto battle it or you can cast magics, whatever you want to do for that. It shouldn't take too long. You probably do some decent damage at this point, and hopefully they're not doing too much damage to you either. Layla does have some pretty good thunder spells on her side, so that can be pretty useful for taking out enemies with high defense. And you see you got a couple haste tomes, that's good, and an aura tome from the box. Okay, from here we're going to go all the way down to the bottom, and then go 1 tile up and then all the way to the left. That will allow us to go north, and we can grab the Werebuster from the chest at the top. So head back down. Again, it's not quite at the bottom, just a couple tiles up from there, and then head toward the right. You're going to do kind of the same thing on the right side here. There's another chest with some monsters in it. We have Revenants, a Stunner, a couple Ghasts, and a couple of Wraiths. So these are all undead enemies. It's pretty good if you use fire-based attacks on them. They're weak to that, so you can either blast them with fire or hit them with curative magics. Those are good too. Casting a strong cure spell will actually damage them. So whatever you want to do just to take these guys out, they're not too difficult. The most annoying thing is that they have some negative status effects that they can hit you with. They can stun you or blind you. So just work your way through them, and it's not too big of a problem to get through this fight. Alright, finally they're all dead. They must have been guarding something really important, like a potion. Well, straight across from that chest is a secret passage, so go through that, and then you can go all the way down. You can get the Giant's Gloves. We now have 10 out of 27 treasure chests. That's all that we can do for Castle Fynn right now. Very soon we'll be able to unlock the rest of them. But head back to the secret passage and now go up the main stairs. On the 3rd floor, just head straight up, and you'll be on the 4th floor, which is the throne room. Head up the red carpet, you'll see someone sitting on the right throne. So we want to just do a quick save. You can heal yourself if necessary and then talk to him. Rebels? Here? Where are my soldiers? No, it can't be. This was all a trap. The boss of this area is Gottos. He has 2,000 HP, and he does hit pretty hard, so if you want to use that protect spell, you can probably lessen some of the damage coming your way. It might be beneficial for you. You could also use blink to raise your evasion. That's not bad either. So just be prepared to take a little bit of a beating. Have your white mage on standby to try to heal up as much as possible every time you get hit. I'm also going to use a haste on myself to raise the number of hits that I do. But again, because I'm casting it on all of my party members at once, its effectiveness is going to be a little bit decreased as compared to just casting it on only one character. Well, feel free to do whatever you need to do to get through this. You can use your stronger magic spells. You can hit him with physical attacks. It doesn't really matter so much. He's going to spend some time buffing himself up and then doing some good damage to you. So just keep up on everything and eventually you should emerge victorious. Again, with just 2,000 HP, it won't take that long to get rid of him. So just work together with your team and you should emerge victorious within a short amount of time. There we go, Gottos is gone, which is good for us, and probably even better for Princess Hilda and Prince Gordon. You've defeated the enemy commander. It's so good to finally be back. This would never have been possible had we not worked together. I thank you all. We get the Rebel Victory Trophy for defeating the enemy commander and reclaiming Castle Fynn. Let's talk to Hilda. It's so good to finally be back. This would never have been possible had we not worked together, but one thing still troubles me. Minwu left for Mysidia, but we've not heard from him since. It pains me to ask this of you so soon after winning back our castle. Would you go to Mysidia? We're going to learn Mysidia, and now ask her about it. Mysidia is a land of mages. Without the aid of their magic, defeating the Emperor will not be easy. I've heard that a spell, sometimes referred to as the ultimate magic, lies in the Mysidian Tower. Obtaining it requires 2 masks. Let's learn Mask and then ask about it. The white mask rests beneath this very castle. You must recite an incantation to open the door that leads below. The words Ekmet Teloes have been passed down from antiquity. Let's learn Ekmet Teloes. And now we'll ask about it. Forgive me, I'm afraid I don't know the door's location. Okay, from here we're going to go talk to Gordon. We could never have retaken Castle Fynn without your help. But there is one problem. Minwu still hasn't come back. Would you go to Mysidia to find out what's happened to him? Let's ask him about Mysidia. The Mysidian Tower is rumored to house the Ultima Tome, a text containing the ultimate magic. Now before you leave, make sure that you learn the keyword Ultima Tome, and that's all we have to do for this conversation. Let's now head on out of this area, and we're going to go all the way down, and we're going to leave Castle Fynn. Luckily for us, it's just a straight shot south, so hold that down directional button, and you will get all the way out of the castle, no problem. Once you're outside, we're going to go into the town of Fynn, so take one step toward the right or the left, it doesn't matter. And once we're in here, we'll find that we now have full access to the town. All of those guards from before are cleared out, and the shops are now open for business. So if you want to go look at the different shops, see what they have to offer you, there's not a whole lot that we really need at this point. If you want to do some upgrades, you certainly can do that. But we're pretty good so far with our weapons. If you head on over toward the armor shop, which is just next door, you can see that there's a little bit of an upgrade. You can just skip this if you want to. We'll be getting much better equipment in the near future, but if you do want to purchase a couple things like the Giant's Helm or the Gold Cuirass, that's totally fine if you want to grab those things. And there's also a little bit of magic for us as well if you want to head down to the magic shop. The magic shop is located in the southeastern corner. That's the lower right-hand corner of this whole town. So work your way down there, and if you go inside of it, you'll see that they're selling 4 new magic spells for us, which would be the Dispel Tome, Mini Tome, the Fog Tome, and the Slow Tome. So you can pick those up. I don't know how much we're actually going to use those, and you don't have infinite memory for spells, so skip those if you want to. There's no trophy for learning all the magics, so you don't have to do any of that. But now we're going to go to the lower left-hand corner of town, and this is Paul's house, so head on up and talk to him. Virion, you old devil, how have you been? Now let's ask him about Akhmet Telos. If you need to know about secret doors in Castle Fynn, I'm your man. I don't suppose you could tell me what's inside the secret chamber. Just curious. A white mask? That doesn't sound particularly valuable. Nope, not interested, so I guess I'll tell you where the door is. Look in the far corner of the audience chamber to the right of the throne. Okay, that's all that we need to say to Paul for now, so you can go ahead and exit the conversation. And now we're just going to go back out of his house, and we're done with the town for right now. Let's head on out, and we will go back into Castle Fynn. Remember, we still have 17 more treasure chests that we need to pillage from there. So we'll go on inside, and now we're going to start heading north. We're just going to run really fast, and we're going to get all the way back up to the throne room. And we're going to go to the northeast corner, that's the upper right corner, talk to it, and you'll see that there's nothing out of the ordinary, but we'll ask it about Akhmet Telos, and a small gap appears in the wall. It's a secret door. Head through that secret passageway, go to the right, and then down the stairs. Go down another set of stairs nearby, and do that once again. From here, there's a lot of secrets, so head down just above the lower staircase and then over to the right. That will get you outside the castle. Then go all the way down, 1 tile up, and then to the left. That gets you down and into this bottom room here. And this has 3 treasure chests. There's a golden shield, there's golden armor, and a gold cuirass. Now we're going to go back up the way we came. So go up, and then you'll exit to the right side, just a couple tiles from that black square. And now go all the way up and down a couple tiles, and then head left. Then go down the stairs. This is like the basement of the castle, so head to the lower right hand corner. There's going to be another treasure chest for you down here with a knife. That's a very early game weapon just waiting for us to never use. And now we'll go up to the top left corner of this area, and we will get another chest with eye drops, a little bit more useful. Let's proceed on toward the right. If you go down to the kind of middle part of the right side, you'll grab some clothes, which are utterly useless. And now we'll go to the top right corner and eventually down the stairs. From here, we're going to walk around toward the right, and eventually we can loop our way around. There's some new enemies here. We have a brain and a couple changers. We did see those parasites before, so they're not new, but the other ones are new. And they do have some crazy spells, like they can swap the HP value with you, so you'll end up with like 240 HP only, which will probably put you into the critical HP range, and they'll kind of be fully healed at that point. So it's good to take those out before they do a lot of damage to you. In the upper right hand corner, there's an ether, and now head over toward the left. You'll go through the hallway, and you can go down to the bottom left corner, and there's a potion here for you. Now head up to that intersection again and go up to the top left corner of this area. You can grab a Maiden's Kiss from there. And we'll go back down to that intersection, this time going up and to the right. and this will take us around to another intersection. We'll go down the staircase on the right. Okay, from here we're going to head down and walk around a little bit. There are some new monsters in this area, such as the Killer Mantis, and this guy, it hits decently hard, and it does have quite a bit of HP, and we don't do a whole lot to it, so it could take a little while. This entire floor is just infested with these Killer Mantises. It's the only thing that you'll probably find on this whole floor. It's at this time that I got the Field Research Advanced Trophy for getting 50% of all Bestiary entries. We'll head down to the bottom right corner and grab the high potion from the treasure chest, and now we're going to go down to the bottom left corner, and there's another treasure chest waiting for us down here. This one contains a flame shield. Now we're going to go all the way up to the top left corner of this map. There's another treasure chest in the top left corner. Once you get that, then head down and down the stairs. Proceed around to your left and then go north. You'll walk through the hallway and then you'll head toward the right. Stick toward the top to go toward the right and grab another treasure chest with some monsters in it. This one has 2 ghasts, a revenant, 2 specters, and 2 wraiths. Once again, these guys are all weak toward fire magic, so go ahead and hit them with a good fire spell, and that should do a lot of damage to them and take them out rather quickly. If there's any stragglers, then you can just use physical attacks to take them out. They should be weakened enough already that they should go down without much of a fight. As a reward for doing all of that, we now have a power staff, which is actually a pretty good staff weapon, so I'll go ahead and put that on Furion, and now we're going to go back toward the left, head south, work your way down and to the right. Eventually you'll get to this big intersection, go up and then toward the right. If you stick toward that upper right corner, you can grab a treasure chest with some flame armor. Now head back down to that main intersection again, and this time go to the lower right side. Before going down the stairs, go up and grab the Betrayal Fang from the chest. Then go down the stairs nearby. From here, we're going to go straight toward the right into the water. Keep going until you hit land again, and then go north. If you stick toward the left side of this intersection, there's a treasure chest here that has some monsters inside of it. These are the Rios enemies. They're not very difficult. They're just kind of like those chimeras that we fought before. So if you hit them a couple times, they should go down, and they shouldn't pose too much of a threat to you. So just a couple turns and they'll be out. And this is actually the last monster that we need to find in this entire area, and it just happens to be found inside of a box. So there's no randomness at all to try to find these guys. There's Orichalcum. It's a new kind of dagger for us if you want to use that. I'm going to look into the Bestiary just to make sure that we have everything at this point. So first things first, head down. Number 36 is Rios. Number 57 is Changer. Number 58 is Brain. Keep going down. 87 is Killer Mantis. Once you have all of those, then you have all the random encounters down here. Head up, there's a couple doors. You want to go almost all the way to the right. It's the one just to the left of the rightmost door, and head up into there. There's a treasure chest with the white mask in it. And that's all that we have to do here. We have all 27 chests. We just confirmed that we have all of the monsters. Now we can head up and step on the purple warp pad to get warped out of here, and now we can leave. The next thing that we need to do is to head toward our boat again. It's toward the southeast of where we are, so head on that direction. If you need to, stop in Altair to heal up and to gather some more supplies. Otherwise, head to your ship. And that is going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon in the next one. Have a good day.